Okay, so today we're going to be doing constructions. I actually really like constructions. I think constructions are a lot of fun. Huh? What were you saying? Constructions, yeah. Yeah. But don't worry about that for now. I'll tell you at the end. Okay. So this is your foldable. And we are going to be focused right now on constructing an angle. Or copying an angle. Okay? So, before we get started on this, I want you guys to practice using the compass. So turn this around, get your compass, and don't make a circle. What I want you guys to make are arcs. Watch me make an arc. There's an arc. There's an arc. There's an arc. Okay? Do you see how quickly I can make these? Mm-hmm. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. So, what I want you guys to do now is make an arc and then cross the arc with another arc. So, like this, and then like this. Okay? Like two X's. Oh. Okay. All right, now we're going to get to the real stuff. Copying an angle. The first thing you do, we want to copy this angle right here. That's the angle we want to copy. So the first step you need to do to copy an angle is get your ID. Take your ID and draw a straight line. Someone from our homeroom. Okay? I just drew a straight line there. That's all I've done. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to label this one as an A, and I'm going to label this one as it's called an A prime. Got a little prime number there. That means it's the new A. It's A prime, yeah. So, take your compass, put the metal tip onto A, just like this. Sorry, you can't see. Put your metal tip on the A just like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to strike an arc, keeping your metal tip on the A. I like just to rotate the paper when I do mine. Okay, do you see how I made an arc just like that? Good job. How do you do it? Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to label this B and C. Okay. My next goal is I want to make a point on this line called B prime. So I want to transfer this B over to this line. How do you do that? Well, if you remember, we drew this arc, right? And this arc is the same distance from A that it is to B. Do you guys see that? So we can take this compass and we can move it right over here. And we're going to draw another arc. Make it a pretty big arc. Okay. We're going to call this what? B prime? We're going to call this B prime right there. Now, if you guys remember, this is this distance, right? That's that distance. Our A to B prime should be the exact same distance. Do you see how that's exactly the same? That's the same as that. What point are we missing now? C. So, in order to get C, C is the trickiest one. You have to measure from B to C. So you have to squish in your compass a little bit. So we have from B to C. Do you guys see how I did that? Okay, we're going to move our compass tip. Where do you guys think we're going to move our compass tip to? To C? Okay. To B prime. We're going to move it right here to B prime. And we're going to strike a new arc. Do you see how that makes an X now? Do you see how that made an X? That X is where your C prime goes. Okay? So we're going to need to transfer. We're going to need to draw a line from A prime to C prime. And there we go. There's our new angle. It's actually the exact same angle. And if you look at this, C is the same distance away from A. B and C is the same. Right? And then A and C are the same distance from here as they are from here. Okay? We're going to go on to our next one. Create a perpendicular bisector on the segment. Okay, a perpendicular bisector. Bisector means two sections, right? So we're going to try to split this line in half, right? I don't know, half looks, just as a guess, maybe around here, right? It's about half. And it needs to be perpendicular, so it needs to be a right angle. So we're trying to find a line, the actual line, that should look something like that. So how do you do it? You start off by labeling a A and a B. Most people do. Okay, after you label your A and B, put your metal tip on A. Put your pencil tip, not on B, kind of like this. It has to be past the midpoint. So, that's good. That would be good too, right? As long as it's past the middle, you're fine. And what you're going to do, with your metal part on A is you're going to draw a semicircle. So you're going to start down here, and I just like rotating the paper. Well, then spin it. Looks like half a donut. Well, guess what? We did that for A, right? Guess what we're going to do for B? The exact same thing. So copy the exact same process for B. Doesn't have to be perfect, though. So you get this, I think it looks like a fish type shape. We have two X's, right? We have an X here, so we have a dot here, and we have a dot here. We're going to take our straight edge and connect those two dots. Okay, slower. It's okay if it's a little bit crooked. It's like an oval, though. You make a half circle from A. Make a half circle from A, which is this one here. And you make a half circle from B. So you make two half circles, one from A, one from B. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, and I don't want anyone else to do this, is I'm going to erase my lines to show you what we made. Don't erase yours. Just watch mine. Okay. Does it look like that's 90 degrees? Does it look like I split that line in half? That was our goal, right? Split it in half and make a 90-degree angle. Are we ready to move on to the next one? No? Okay. Our next one is bisect an angle. In order to bisect an angle, that means split it into two parts. Okay? It's two equal parts. First step, take your compass. Put your compass tip on Q. And strike an pretty large arc. So we get that. Ready? Okay. So, I'm going to label this A. I'm going to label this B. Take your compass. Put the middle tip on A. Okay. Squish it in a tiny bit. So then that way it's a little bit in front of B. What I want you to do is draw an arc from here to just about there. So like a quarter of a circle. Does it need to be perfect? No. It does not need to be perfect. Oops. JK, LOL. That means just kidding if you didn't know. Well, maybe I was trying to help other people who might not have known. All right, we did that for A. What do you guys think we're going to do for B? Same thing. Whenever I draw an A and a B, we're probably going to do the same thing for A and B. Same thing. So now we got like, it looks like an ice cream cone to me. Oh, actually kind of looks like another fish. Yeah, it looks like a pineapple. Maybe from under the sea. Okay. Do you notice how we made a new X here? Right there. So we're going to connect those points. We're going to connect Q to that new line right there. What are you guys laughing about? Okay. So, once again, I'm going to erase this so you can see what's going on. Don't erase yours. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you still working? Okay. Okay. Do you see how I drew that line and that line split that angle in half? That was our goal. Is it perfect? No. Okay, now we're going to construct a line perpendicular through a point. So, we want a line that goes through R and is a 90-degree angle. So it should look something, no. Can someone give me, mine's broken. Can someone give me a compass, please? Thank you. Oh, this is not a good compass. So the tighter the compass is, the better it is. If yours is loosey-goosey, it's not a good compass. Okay. So we're trying to make a perpendicular line, something like that, right? Where this should be 90 degrees. Is that the line? Probably not. Okay. First step you want to do. You want to start here at R. And you need to make sure that you actually cross the line. Do you see? You can't see, I'm sorry. Do you see how this isn't crossing the line? Right? Do you see that? How it doesn't actually cross the line? It needs to be wide enough to cross the line. Do you see how this would cross the line right here? Do you see that? You have to also make sure it actually touches the line. So that, there, that's not going to be acceptable because that's not going to cross the line, right? So something like this. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw from R a half circle. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw me a half circle. Okay? Do you see my half circle? We're going to label an A. We're going to label a B. Keeping this, are we ready to move on to the next step? No? Okay. Okay. Make sure that this is the same distance. Do you see how that's the same distance still? Make sure that this is still the same distance. Start at A, and you're going to make another half circle. Starting at point A, make one more half circle. Yep, starting at A, make another half circle. So now we look like this. So I started at A, and I drew a half circle. Okay? Guess what you're going to do at B? Exact same thing you did to A. So I'm going to do the same thing I did to A, to B. Start here, and I'll draw me a half circle. Oh, hold up. Okay. Take your straight edge. We have a new point here, right? You're going to take this, line it up with R, and draw a straight line all the way across. I actually somehow did it on the ID. Okay. And this is just for me. I'm going to erase it so you guys can see it. You guys don't have to erase. You guys should not erase. Is that line perpendicular? Does it go through R? Then mission complete. Okay, one more. I have to go kind of fast for this one. First step to this one, start at K. Start at K and draw you a half circle. You can actually draw a full circle if you really want to. Okay. We're going to call this one A. We're going to call this one B. Thank you. Oh, this is for constructing a perpendicular line at a point. So we're trying to create a line that's perpendicular with K. Okay, next step. Put your metal tip at A. Make sure the pencil goes past K. So right there is good. Okay? Draw you a half circle. It doesn't even have to be a half circle. That's good enough, what I have right there. Okay? Guess what you're going to do to B? Same thing. Start at B. Do the exact same thing. So it looks like that. Ooh, that one looks like a pineapple too. Connect your 2 points. And there you go. Okay. One more thing. You're going to glue this into your ISN on page... You're going to glue this onto your ISN on page 47.